Okay,
Okay, there you go.
there we go.
Yeah.
All right. So that basically we're doing like I'm gonna go over my scaling. If I win that, I win the debate. If
Mm-hmm.
you win the debate.
Mm-hmm.
All
Yep.
right, cool. Basically, I think we should probably get that narrative placement thing out the way. I think like Itachi's placed at a higher narrative than as, like at a strength narrative as Pain.
Okay, so you're arguing the narrative just puts Itachi on a higher level. Like, so are you gonna
Mhm.
argue something like a higher assertion or something?
I'm a, I'm basically arguing like Itachi in comparison to opponents who are compared to Pain. Like he's compared higher than what Pain is, essentially.
Okay, that's interesting. But you can like go on with your scaling.
All right. So are you fine with like that leading to a higher likelihood of him winning the fight?
Mm-hmm. If he's on a
Okay, cool.
higher like narrative pedestal, sure.
All right, cool. Um, let's go
Are you gonna use
with.
some Obito shit?
I was gonna use it as one of my examples. So
Mm-hmm. Are you gonna present multiple arguments?
essentially, I'm bringing up three cases.
Okay, three different cases. Okay, fair.
Mhm.
Go ahead.
Let's start with. I'm gonna start with the Sonin one because that's easier.
Interesting.
Let me get the scans real quick.
Yeah. Man, this shit's so stressful. Oh, I have perms in here?
Do you, Auden?
Doesn't mess with the little ranks. People are not in the rank they're supposed. Okay.
Don't touch them for now. Me and Sad are redoing them later.
Okay. Ghetto Jin's worse than me. I beat up Mir yesterday.
Oh man, did that? I wasn't there because I was at school.
I'll
Like, do you have a
explain it. I
recording?
was gonna explain every AOG member to debate
Mm-hmm.
later, and I'm gonna tell you guys could like if that one, but that nigga got smoked. Imagine strawmanning an argument 3 times and you're supposedly A class.
All
Auden,
right.
maybe try debating Arrow next. Hmm?
My bad. Go ahead.
No, that's fine. I was just saying something.
Oh, okay. Basically, in comparison to the fuck, I forgot to get the Itachi scans. Hold on.
Gotta do something. Okay.
Okay, so for one, Fairy, no rat shit, but like, I genuinely don't think the games are canon, right?
You can just
So
disregard that scan then. I'm not gonna go about proving that canon.
yeah.
You know what? You remember the whole situation with Itachi in like
Very
part one,
pussy.
right? Can I get a reason?
I think that it's just a waste of everybody's time. Nah, let me
Auden.
stop. I'm playing with you, nigga. I'm gonna be back.
Okay, Fairy.
Whatever.
Uh,
Um,
which scan are you referring to?
do you remember your Micah debate and then that scan you asked me for in the beginning with that Orochimaru
Itachi
and Kabuto
Aurora.
talking
Yeah,
about
yeah, I
Itachi?
know, I know that scan. I know that scan.
Okay, cool. Basic, and you know the whole context around it. Like
Mm-hmm.
Orochimaru was supposed to go after his Sharingan, but he felt like he was too strong. He wouldn't want to go against him or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so basically, fuck, I forgot this happened in the games too. Never mind. Um, well,
Are you
whatever.
gonna
Basically,
argue
happened.
Itachi over Sanin to Pain?
Essentially, basically, Orochimaru. You agree Orochimaru and Jiraiya's relative, right?
Base to base, maybe.
Based.
Because I feel there's a statement when Sage Jiraiya enters Sage mode where he says, I'm not like a Sanin anymore. I've like transcended that title or whatever. Let me grab that scan for you.
Appreciate it.
Um, Bro, why do I not have? Do you know what chapter that fight is?
Which fight?
Jiraiya was basically
That's
when Jiraiya
371.
371.
That might be when the fight ends. It's either begins or ends.
Swear to God, if I
Um,
get, I'm gonna be
it
so.
yeah, it just began. I'll get you this. It should be around here. So base Gamakichi stage mode. There you go. What the hell? I don't know at what point he starts stage mode.
You start stage mode like I think it's 2 or 3 chapters after the fight starts. No, it should be like 3.
Mm.
These tears of blood overflowing with rage. I went from prodigal 3 to hermit
Yeah,
6.
that one.
Nigga, what? The most holy. Okay. Why is this in reference to strength?
Okay, so these tears of blood flowing with rage, I went from prodigy through to hermit sage, right? So he's saying he's achieved like okay, so for one, I know there can be different interpretations to it, but what I'm basically interpreting this as, since sage mode is like a strength amp, him saying he's become a hermit sage, and we know Sanin is firstly, do you agree Sanin is a title due to their strength? They're the three Sanin due to their strength. Like Hanzo gives them the title because of how strong they are, right?
Can you send me that? I'm sorry, I'm not writing anything, but I've never read Naruto, and I haven't done this shit in like a year now, so
Okay,
don't
does
remember
anyone
half of it.
PC have that scan where like Hanzo like gives them the title after the fight? Because I have no clue what chapter that is, bro. Let me just look it up in Google. Hanzo gives Sani name.
Ooh, shut up. You know I ain't did Naruto in a long ass time. I don't remember the arguments.
Oh yeah, I found
I
it.
did remember. Oh, there it is.
Yep. So
You three are very
basically,
strong and survived even this battleground. I, Hanzo, hereby christen you the 3 great shinobi of Konoha.
mm-hmm.
Okay.
So I think if Sanin is a strength-based title, and Jiraiya, after getting a strength amp, which is Sage mode, says, "I've like surpassed this title and I've become a Hermit Sage," I think this would most likely be in regards to strength, based off just like what these titles or what these amps essentially provide.
Say that one more time.
Okay, yeah. So basically, I'm saying since we know the Sanin title is due to strength, and Jiraiya only surpasses this title once he gets a different strength amp, which is Sage mode, and then he gives himself a new title, it's safe to assume it's only in regards to strength because there's just this there's just this consistency here, right? Like we can't say, oh, this is probably because of his knowledge or wisdom or whatever, because all these pieces of information we have are only with knowledge of strength and all that shit. So I'm just saying him like saying he's like surpassed the Sanin title should probably mean he's become stronger than them.
Okay. I don't think him like getting this new title necessarily means he's getting this higher level of strength. I think this could just be what the fuck was that? What's that word? Well, I think it could just be separating that this Hermit Sage is like a different title, like a different known title than what the Sanin is. But I don't think that necessarily means that this would lead to the idea that it's a higher level. And then Do you want me to go get like I'm gonna get other statements for the signing being relative or whatever, real quick.
Sure. Wait, can you say that one more time? I was talking to someone.
Yeah, I got you. Basically, I don't think like this second title necessarily alludes to the idea that this is a higher level of strength that Jiraiya has achieved. I think this is just a different title because like you could just take this as Sage Mode just being well known and it's just known as a very strong mode, but I don't think that necessarily means that it has to be like
That's a weird thing to say because I don't think Sage Mode should be all that well known.
oh, what's up?
Cause I don't know if Sage Mode is like a highly like famous technique or whatever. Because it's like very specific people in the show have Sage Mode.
Wait,
So
say that again?
yeah, I think like very specific characters in the show have Sage Mode. Like there's like
No, I
four
agree.
characters
Like,
on the
not
top of my
all of
head.
them have
Yeah.
it, but like, I'm talking about it being known, like known about, like, not. Or let me think. Let me get an example. Okay, not many people can. Well, shit, next to no one can actually do like flying thunder god, but people known about the teleportation jutsu.
Because like his reputation comes like Minato's reputation comes from like using a teleportation jutsu. I'm asking you like, why do you think Sage Mode is like super famous and well known?
Hashirama.
Hashirama was well known because of his wood style. It's even
Yeah, but
stated
he
like
also
people called him the
possessed.
strongest because of his wood style. Yeah, but what you say?
He also possessed Sage Mode.
Yeah, I know, but I'm saying like I don't think Hashirama possessing it um gives like fame to the attack. Like it's not like people
Why?
like talk okay because you can possess it like for example, Minato has a Rasengan too, right? But people don't
Uh-huh.
go around like praising the Rasengan or even mentioning the Rasengan all that much until like Naruto tries learning it, right? So just because like this character is famous for a certain thing but has this other technique too doesn't mean all his techniques would be equally famous. There's just different types of techniques he possesses.
Repeat that. Repeat that one more time, but real quick.
Yeah,
I'm not
yeah.
saying like they're equally as known. I'm just saying they're likely to be well known. But go ahead though.
Give me a sec.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So
As a matter of fact, hold on. Isn't this nigga known as the Hermit Sage?
no, he's known as like the Toad Sage because of his like summonings.
Ah, well,
Yeah.
go ahead. I'm gonna go find these other statements for Sonny and be to that.
Yeah, but yeah, I was basically saying like when you're a character who's like well known for a technique of yours, or like a technique of yours is well known. For example, the flying right gene. Yeah, sure. It's spread and well known because of the character that uses it and all that shit. But that character can also possess other techniques, right? For example, the Rasengan, which I mentioned. Like people don't go around talking about the Rasengan, like they talk about the flying Raijin, you know. So I'm saying like that like a certain technique can be famous, but that doesn't mean that that technique, the user of that technique has all his other techniques equally famous or whatever, or like famous at all to the same extent or a similar extent.
Okay.
Um,
What's up?
is there any specific scan you're looking for? I probably have them. I've been debating Naruto for 2 years, but
It's cool. I'm pretty. I put it on my post, so I'm pretty sure I have it.
all right. Yeah, it's been so long since I started doing this, and I'm still like what C plus. No,
I'm gonna be changing the ranks. Spoiler, you're gonna get B, I think.
that's that's pretty good. I think that's decent. Cause I'm trying to get like B in Infinite Realms too. I think tier 3 is like B or A, B2A. I'm trying to get that real quick. I've beaten like almost everyone in tier 4. So.
Mm. I'm still rereading Fairy Tale, but as soon as I'm finished with the next arc that I'm reading, then sure I can do it to the best of my knowledge. Let me see. There we go.
Interesting skill, man.
It's a very new one. I tried out. I'm just winging it.
Yeah, I feel like most Naruto skillings right now is more just reliant on narrative instead of argument, because everyone's heard those arguments so many times.
Hmm. I'm gonna spit out some bullshit real quick. All right. Oh, I'm gonna send these in general. God damn.
Right. Sure. You debate Bleach.
I can probably do a wrong card, but that's about it. And I haven't debated that in a while either. I'm worse in Bleach than Naruto.
Uh-huh. How good are you in Naruto?
Right now, absolute dog shit. I'm not gonna lie to you. Like I said, I haven't debated it in so long. So if I debate someone, I'm either gonna get knowledge clipped or they are just ass. It's one or the other. I think there's one more statement. Or did I grab it already? It's whatever. I'll just argue with these. Okay. So,
Yeah.
essentially, what they keep doing is they keep putting Tsunade, Orochimaru, and Jiraiya in the same category, in which I think would lead to the higher likelihood that they would all just be straight up relative, because we don't really get any specifics in terms of like base to base or Byakugo Seal to Jiraiya's base, nothing like that. And
Mm-hmm.
here's where the bullshit comes in. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna bullshit this one real quick. Um, we also see that both when Naruto gets Sage Mode and Sasuke gets MS, they both surpass Orochimaru and Jiraiya at around the same time, and then they end up being equals. So I think that's showing that like both
Wait.
Jiraiya
What's the
and
last thing you said? Wait,
okay,
Naruto. What? Yeah.
I'll repeat it. Um, Naruto and Sasuke got like Sage Mode and MS at around the same time, and they both ended up surpassing Orochimaru and Jiraiya, which I think would lead or would allude to the idea that they are both just now surpassing their predecessors, and the predecessors are
For
around the same
one,
level.
for one, yeah, you were right about bullshitting this part, because that's kind of yeah, okay, because like when Sasuke does it the MS, that's like what Taco Sasuke, and then he goes to multiple
Oh
M's,
no,
and throughout the Kage Summon, he gets stronger and stronger and stronger, and like he only surpasses like Orochimaru at a certain point in the Kage Summit. So I don't think it's like exactly when they like reach like achieve these power ups. I don't think there's any correlation between Naruto and Sasuke surpassing their mentors around the same time, because it doesn't happen around the same time. Naruto after getting Sage Mode doesn't really get stronger and is like stated equal to a Sasuke who gets like much stronger from the point where he achieved Mangekyo.
let me
And even
rephrase
after he
the argument.
Hmm?
Let me rephrase the argument. Um, when they're at mastery of these new forms that they achieved, let's go with that instead. That was better. Okay, go ahead now.
Wait, what'd you say?
When they damn, I just forgot what I was gonna say. Oh, when they approach the mastery of these higher level forms.
They didn't though. Sasuke was like after during Danzo fight, like he was using like his Susanoo a bit here and there. He was like, ah shit. He was huffing and puffing, and like he couldn't even he couldn't even utilize it well enough. Like he could
What do you mean?
like for example, I think both of them get far better at maintaining Sage Mode or Mangekyo because I think Sasuke is like constantly abusing his Mangekyo in the Danzo fight like a retard instead of actually like playing it safe or like um and he still can't even use a Susanoo well enough. He can't form a perfect Susanoo or whatever. And he,
Can you
yeah.
show me anyone with the MS being able to use a perfect system? I don't remember
I
that.
don't think the MS and EMS. The only difference is the EMS is stabilized. I don't think there's any other difference.
Can you show me that?
Sure. Um,
I do not remember this.
wait. What do you think the EMS does?
What you said and allows access to the that like this Susanoo body that's like right below perfect Susanoo and access to the perfect Susanoo.
Perfect. Mm.
But
um.
I don't recall anything entailing that MS gives you the ability to do that as well. I just don't remember that shit.
Wait. You don't think EMS like lets you last longer?
No, I said what you said and access to perfect Susanoo and that one form like right below the perfect Susanoo.
The perfect Susanoo. I don't think I think it's kind of baseless, but I'll get you what it does. Um, I don't know where to look. Actually, I'm gonna I'm gonna be a bit of a rat. Here. Not a rat. Um,
Ain't that
a bit. I'm just gonna be a bit lazy here. I'm just
okay?
gonna say yeah. I'm just gonna say like like you're saying oh the EMS all like grants you that as well as the perfect solution and all that stuff. I don't think there's a basis for that. Right.
You asserted that the only difference between EMS and
Mm-hmm.
the MS is that it just lasts longer, but it's not whatchamacallit. It's not that that you don't have access to the perfect or lower form Susanoo, so you're still on that burden to prove.
Yeah, but Fairy, from what I have knowledge of, I've made an assertion, right? And unless you give me some other contradictory info or whatever, we'd be arguing from within our realm of knowledge. I'm not gonna like claim about something I don't know. So if I assert something that's coming from within my realm of knowledge and within what I have knowledge of, so unless you can like explain to me why something like otherwise would be the case, I don't think I really have to prove anything here. Because from what I have knowledge of, I've made the claim and I've like substantiated it too. I mean, I haven't substantiated, but you agreed to it.
Wait, I agreed to what exactly?
You agreed to the EMS like helping you last longer and all that stuff.
Yeah, just that. I didn't agree to anything
Yeah,
else.
yeah, I know, I know.
But okay. You want to move on?
Move on.
Yeah.
Um, sure.
Okay. Are you fine with that point being reliant on this whole point
Which point?
so that we can progress?
The Sonian point. Wait, what was
Yeah.
this point about again?
It was just whether or not Naruto and Sasuke approaching mastery and surpassing Jiraiya and Orochimaru at the same time would lead to Jiraiya and Orochimaru being relative.
Um.
Yeah, I'm a bullshit that one real quick, but
Okay. So here's the thing, right? With that, Suigetsu, who makes a statement about Sasuke surpassing Orochimaru, hasn't seen Hydra Oro. So
yeah, I'm
like,
not using Hydra.
okay, there's no consistency because you earlier suggested that all of them are relative in base, and then with
I
their
did
power
not
up,
say that.
no, that's just what?
I didn't say they're all relative. I didn't say anything about their base to base forms.
No,
I
no,
was
no.
just
I
referring
said
to
they
like,
were relative in base, and then you
and
said like
then
their higher forms should be relative too, based on narrative. You didn't directly like contest them being relative in base. You said they should be like relative in higher forms too,
no,
and
I
that's
literally
why
said
we're
I
confused.
don't really agree with that.
Yeah, I know you didn't agree, but you didn't attack it then.
What the? If I'm like disagreeing with what you're saying, and then I'm trying to present a different case. I mean, that's kind of basically contesting what you're saying, but
No,
I mean, if
no,
you
no,
don't feel like
sorry,
it, that's
sorry. I don't think. Okay, I think what you're trying to say is like, that would go against what you're arguing, but it doesn't really, because you can argue they're relative in base and argue with their power ups they're still relative. I don't think that disagrees with what you've been saying, but that would
I just don't
mean
want to
they're
do it.
relative in base.
I don't want to have to do that extra claim. But
Mm-hmm.
well, you said that this would contradict what exactly?
Okay.
Or what were you contradicting it with? My bad.
Oh yeah, I'm saying my under the assumption we agreed they're in base, my contradiction to them being relative in the higher forms was this Uriah statement for one. And then
Uh-huh.
about this statement, yeah, I don't think it's a narrative thing, because if they're relative in base oral can be relative to say Jiraiya. Plus, like my scan is substantiation for that as well. So
Wait, say that last part.
yeah, my scan is like substantiating that,
Okay,
but
what
that's
was
kind
your
of
scan again?
circular anyway. But you get the point.
Yeah, what was your scan again?
Jiraiya saying he's like surpassed the title.
Oh, the Hermit Sage. Okay.
Yeah.
So then this would be relying on that like first one, right?
Basically, all of this is reliant on the Hermit Sage point, and whether you contested them all being relative in base, which I don't remember you doing.
Okay, cool. Then do you want to just move on from this?
Yeah, unless
Oh,
you have anything else.
yeah, shit, that's it.
Okay, yeah. And if I beat your scaling, I win the debate, right?
Yep.
Okay, fair. You can stop recording.
Okay. Oh, is that it? Oh, wait, is that it?
Yeah.
Oh, shit. All right, then. Shit. Fuck it.
You agree like both of them have a way to win against each other, right?